Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm going to be sharing how I cleared up my acne for good and very cheaply, so stay tuned. Welcome to Jen Talks Forever. It is as advertised. I touch on lots of random things from money to houses to whatever I want to talk about, product reviews, and in this video I'm going to be sharing how I cleared up my skin very quickly, very inexpensively. Now I am 36 and I suffered from adult acne from the time I was like 16, which I know is still teen years, until probably about 5 years ago. I had really horrible cystic acne. I was always broken out. It was really hard to put makeup on because I was always like, I had all these like open sores from the zits. Super gross. I felt super ugly at the time and there was no covering it up. It was painful. It was itchy. I had a lot of acne scarring and I went to dermatologist after dermatologist who would prescribe antibiotics, who would try to sell you all this super expensive stuff. And believe me, yes, I do feel really ripped off. And I just really couldn't find an answer. It would dry out my, and also a lot of these medications or, you know, things you would apply like Clearasil or whatever, they would really dry out my skin and it would be really flaky, again, making it really hard to put makeup on. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I've been having trouble finding a lot of old photos of me with the acne that's very prominent, but I found a couple, so I'm gonna insert them here so you can see what I look like with all the acne. It was super red, very irritated, and this was me. All these photos are with me with pretty heavy makeup on. So about the same amount of makeup I'm wearing now, but you can see here, you know, you don't really see a lot of acne. I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation, and being Korean, I am a little wondering about all those skin brighteners out there. If you've tried one and it works, let me know, because I'm kind of interested. I want to kind of clear up some of this discoloration. I've got like one here, you know, I probably have more that I don't know about, but a few years ago, I was able to clear my skin up in a few days. So I'm going to share all of my skin products, what I used. So I had just gotten married recently. This was probably in like, you know, I don't know, 2010, 2011, I don't know, something like that. Actually, no, it was earlier than that. So my skin has actually been clear longer. I correct that. My husband suggested I try putting Neosporin on my face. He was like, you know what, it's a very healing thing. It's got all these, you know, antibiotics. Why not give it a try? And I have tried everything. I've been sold $400 things that didn't work. It's been insane. So I don't even use brand name Neosporin. So here's what I did. I mixed moisturizer in about like half and half. I mixed moisturizer. Like right now I use this Cerave stuff. I love it. It's non-greasy, really great. And you can get it at the drugstore, so it's not super expensive. I really don't use a lot of expensive skincare or cosmetic items. I have a few that are pricey, but not a lot. So you can mix about half and half this with antibiotic ointment. So this is generic Neosporin. It's like $2 or $3. You can also use the cream and it's less greasy, and you can apply this straight up if you want. And I will use this under makeup if I have a breakout. So long story short, I was like, you know what, it's worth a shot. So I put this on my face before bed for about 3 days. Literally, it was only about 3 days. And at the time I had crazy breakouts. So did this for about 3 days. And by day 3, I'm telling you, my skin was clear. Now my skin type is pretty oily. I'm not oily anywhere else, just on my face. Just very oily, and typically makeup would just kind of slide off my face before I discovered Skindinavia makeup setting spray, which is another one of my top recommendations for facial products. So did this for 3 days and all of my acne literally disappeared. It went away. It was healing very nicely, and all of my acne scars also eventually went away. So I really only did this for like a week or so. Now, you'll see on the packaging, it says not to put it on like large areas or, you know, or do it like a whole lot. So, and again, major disclaimer, I'm not a dermatologist or a medical expert. So please, again, take this with a warning. If you are concerned about your skin issues, you might want to consult a dermatologist. I am not a dermatologist, but I'm just telling you what worked for me. I'm Asian, and I was dealing with acne for over a decade. Pretty bad. So did this, and it just worked. I was just flabbergasted. I could not believe that my skin cleared up with something that's so freaking cheap. Like literally, this is like $3. This is usually like $10 or $11. Again, I think it's well worth the price because you can spend $300 on moisturizer. And this stuff really kind of helps with my oil production. So since then, it's been, I guess, like, I don't know, like 8 years. I guess, yeah, it's been like 8 years, I guess. And I don't really get breakouts very often. If I do get a breakout, I just apply a little bit of this to the area and it goes away really quickly with no scarring and it heals up. You can't ever tell it was there. So I don't know if other people do this, but I wanted to share what works for me because this has really worked for me. I'm wearing makeup right now, but even without it, I had a couple small, and the breakouts I do get, they're much smaller. They're a lot easier to like dry up and heal. And I would say like if my acne was at like a level 8 before, right now it's at like a 1.5. Like it's barely there. I do wash my face every night. I remove my makeup. I try not to leave my makeup on like for a super long amount of time. And I will share what soap I use. For my face, I use the super cheap Dial Gold antibacterial soap. I also I hope Neutrogena never stops making this. It's the oil-free acne stress control triple action micro clear toner. They sell this at Walmart and Target, and what I do is I wash my face. So I'll wash my face with the Gold Dial soap. I will apply this with a cotton ball, make sure it gets soaked in. I will rinse my face off again. Then I will mix moisturizer with a couple drops of this, apply it to my face, and then if I'm wearing makeup, I'll do my face then. I do use Skindinavia products. I will link them below. They are excellent. I use the primer and I use the makeup setting spray. If I'm not going anywhere and I'm like going to bed, or if I'm, don't want to wear makeup, I will use this. This is awesome. It's called Mario Badescu Special Healing Powder. It's about $12 on Amazon, or you can order it from the Mario Badescu site. And it's this like green powder. And I will apply this with a super cheap like e.l.f. kabuki brush. So what I'll do is there's a little sifter in here, and I'll just sift a little bit of this and then just, dust it on. And I've noticed that really helps me cut down on the oiliness and the shine. Like literally my face used to look like an oil spill, like deep. We're talking like Deepwater Horizon. It was really, really bad. But ever since I've been doing this for the past, like literally over 5 years, like my skin has just been incredible. I have been trying to drink more water and do a little more healthy stuff, but I'm telling you, like this really worked for me. If you're feeling super desperate and you're like on your last straw, you might want to give this a try. Again, generic Neosporin. And here's the thing, you only really need to do this for like a few days, and then after your skin clears up, use the rest of the products that I've talked about. Like literally, that combination this is like my holy grail combo for skincare products. So if you're Asian, you have really oily skin, give this a shot. I was actually telling my stepsister's teenage daughters about this because, again, teenagers deal with acne, and I have never been so happy with my skin in my entire life. I don't feel so self-conscious, and it's just been such a lifesaver. So this is a little random, but I just wanted to share this information with you. If you found it helpful, be sure to hit that like button, and feel free to leave your own skincare tips below in the comments. And if you like videos like this, just want to talk about everyday stuff, feel free to subscribe to this channel, Jen Talks Forever, for very random videos. I will see you guys next time.